What is going on, everybody? My name is Zane and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing Tulan jungle. This is a request that's come through quite a bit. You know, I've been working on Darcy actually, so I plan to have a video of him out tomorrow. He's just banned a lot in Conqueror, you know, Diamond and above. He's always banned, or the mid laner will be taking him. So tomorrow I plan to have a video on him. So let's get right into this Tulan jungle gameplay. Tulan actually used to be so meta in the jungle. He kind of fell off in the jungle recently. You know, like when I first started playing the game, I was told that Tulan was so strong in the jungle, and of course, you know, Tulan back then, he was really strong. Like, he had a ton of nerfs since then, but he is making a comeback, so that's why we're going to be trying him out today, see how we do. And yeah, so you can see with the first skill when you're in the jungle, guys, the second skill actually can hit twice onto jungle monsters. If you guys are getting new to Tulan, like I didn't know that at first, but yeah, it can hit twice, so you have to stand right next to them and then flicker on top of them pretty much, and that will give you 2 stacks for leaving and returning to the destination. It deals damage to both places, but here we can see the Violet is low, so of course we're going to use our second skill, use our first skill to try and get her even lower to guarantee that Thunderbird actually kills her, and we are able to pick up the kill there. We're going to use our first skill there just to clear the wave, get more stacks onto our passive. We can see mid lane actually gets dove and died, but they're actually all low, so we're going to rotate up here, but we see the sentinels up, so we're just going to turn around and get that. There's really no reason for us to be mid there because we saw them backing off. We also saw that there wasn't any wave for us to be clearing. You know, if the Liliana died and there was a wave there still, then maybe it would have been different, but here we can see the sorry, I can't even talk. There we can see Sephora, and I should have used my second skill as soon as I saw the ice wall come out. I should have used my second skill towards her to avoid the ice wall and also be on top of her, and then use my first skill and killed her. I think I would have been able to pick up a kill there, so that's my mistake, but that's something you guys can learn now that I am realizing it after rewatching. Yeah, I should have definitely used my second skill. You can see that I was hovering it, but I kind of hesitated because, guys, I don't really play Tulan too often. So I'm not very super comfortable on him, but we were able to do pretty good this game. Here we're just using our first skill for poke, and then we're gonna go back off, see if we can get any damage with that. We're gonna hop over the wall with the second skill, and yeah, just go back and do our entire jungle clear. Not much to talk about right now. We're just waiting. We may gank bot again. That's why I was checking and panning over the map to see how low she is. She's has quite a bit of HP though, so we'll have to see. And I'm just waiting for her to roll here. It doesn't look like she's rolling. She probably knows that I'm here trying to gank. I can see her ulti there. Again, just waiting for this roll to come out, and she actually doesn't roll at all. She just runs away from us. I use my first skill and my dash, and I try to ult, but actually the Varus is able to kill her first, so we do not get the reset onto our ultimate, but at least we got the kill. And guys, you can see how passive she was there. That was actually pretty crazy. She was just running, like she didn't even bother ulting, clearing the wave, anything like that. We can see some fighting going on here. Since I don't have my ult, I'm kind of hesitant to go in, so I'm really just poking with my first skill, not trying to use my second skill to engage there. Again, just poking with the first skill, backing up with the second right away. And then we're just going to start our jungle clear again. We can see that the Zephyrs is here, and after we slow him with the punish and all that, he's actually pretty low. He was left to like half HP. So again, here I'm just going to be starting this camp. I can't check that bush because of course it's a Zephyrs and I'm at like very low HP. So I use my first skill to clear the to just poke. I actually get a kill onto the bottom there, and then our passive is doing work against the Sephora. We can see that the Zephyrs here is running. He just ulted over the wall. I can see him there again. I'm spamming my ult trying to get it, but it doesn't work out as we wanted, and it targets onto the Richter instead, but it's fine because we were able to kill the Richter even if the Zephyrs did survive there. So yeah, we're just going to be going back into our jungle again, getting the 2 stacks off our second skill to our passive, which is very good. It helps it to clear a lot onto Tulan jungle. So yeah, you can tell how passive I was being. And again, guys, that's what I'm talking about right there. Use the second skill on top of the Sephora when she's using that ice wall. I'm going to ult here just to get her ult out of the way. We knew she had it up. That's why we didn't really commit too hard. But now that she didn't have it, she had nothing to protect her from my entire team, and they were just able to pick up a pretty easy kill right there. So that was well played. And then as soon as that happens, we're just going to go straight back into the jungle, get our HP back off the go off the HP that you get from killing every minion. And yeah, we actually end up thinking about recalling there, but we don't, because there needs to be a bot wave cleared, but we do have no mana, which is why we're going to back. If I had the blue buff, I wouldn't back here. I'd probably just take Sentinel. But as you guys remember, the Zephyrs did take the blue, so we know that that's going to be up soon. Also, we can see the 2 camps are on the blue buff spawning, so we just know, okay, that's going to be up soon. Let me go recall and get closer to that. I also didn't want to risk dying on the way there if I just walked, so way easier to just recall. So here we just take blue buff, we wait for the wisp to get out of the way, so we get all the gold from all the golden XP from killing it alone. We don't want to be sharing that. And after we clear that, we're not going to go down the bot jungle because it's not even up yet, so we're just going to contest this dragon a little bit. I'm going to drag it out. Actually going to start it here with my skills. You can see the Zephyrs just sitting there, so I'm going to back off. You can see I'm not sitting under the dragon anymore. I use my second skill to try and secure it, and I'm just dashing away from the Sephira. I jump over the wall there, as you can see, because I knew she was still in there, and we were able to do some pretty crazy damage with the passive and the first skill, and we didn't even know where she was, so that was really nice. We did some insane damage. Here we can see some action going on at the blue buff. So we actually do get the blue buff, and we were able to poke Baldum with our first skill, so we get the nice assist there. We are able to control like the entire map right now on this Tulen jungle, guys. It's pretty crazy how fast you can rotate and how safe you can be also with that second skill. Like, just so many stacks of just, it's like a Nacroth almost, and it's pretty fun. There you can see we do get the Reyes Blessing, so we're gonna be having some nice lifesteal here. And guys, I forgot to mention actually about the Arcanas in this video. I think I'm using 10 Conjure, 10 Conjure, 10 Flurry, and then 5 Skewer, 5 Benevolence. I'm using Conjure because I do not have the Violate. If I had Violate, I would be using that. It just kind of sucks that we don't. So here we use our second skill twice to get out of the way. You notice I just have them all saved up, so I just keep jumping away from danger there. We were able to stack our passive, just keep dealing damage. We were able to use our second skill to get in range of the Baldum, and our passive actually kills him. We try to kill the Sephira there, but actually she uses her ult, which sucks. We would have gotten a nice triple kill there. We also didn't get our reset, but you can see the reset on the... You can see the cooldowns on our ult is actually so short at this point because we have blue buff, because we have Reyes Blessing, and also the jungle item does give 10% cooldown reduction, so we did a 40% cooldown there, which is very nice. Not much to be going on here, so we're just going to be getting our blue buff. We can actually see that the Zephyrs did take it. I kind of figured that he was there, so we're going to all just kind of chase him. I'm going to use my second skill over the wall, and yeah, you can see here that we are just all on him, and we don't get the kill, so we don't get the blue buff, but it's alright. We still did pick up the kill, which benefits the team. See the red buff's up, so we're just going to take that and jump onto it with our second skill to get the passive. I try to walk towards the Sephira there to block the ice wall from hitting me, but unfortunately we weren't fast enough and it still hit me. We've seen some fighting going down bot. Our Varus actually loses the 1v1. I'm checking his HP and he's actually full, so I don't even know how that happened to our Varus. We use our second skill and first skill to try and go in on that Baldum, but they all backed up before we could go in. We're just waiting here, seeing who's going to be rotating, and we see that Richter is just walking over. Excuse me, the Richter's walking over, so we're just trying to poke him with the first skill. Again, the first skill, I'm going to be shooting out my first skill and then backing out with my second whenever I see danger. You can see here that I get the immunity orb, the Arctic orb, so we're going to be able to do some pretty nice damage, and we're able to just walk in and like not be afraid of dying. See it? Here you can see it, we're just clearing the wave. We can see the Richters here. We're just getting our passive stacks on the waves. I'm able to use my ultimate onto the Sephira, but the Richter blocks it, but the Sephira still uses her ultimate, guys, so she doesn't have that for the next fight. And you can see that the Baldum just uses his ulti there. We're just going to sidestep it with our second skill like it's nothing. So yeah, we can see go med here, and we can see that the Violet's just all alone clearing. She actually flickers over the wall, so we're not able to pick up the kill. And our Zephyrs is on me, so I'm going to use my Arctic orb. I'm trying to ultimate onto the Zephyrs, but actually the Baldum tanks it, and he's left at 1 HP after that. And I'm just waiting for the blue buff at this point. Sure enough, the blue buff is about to be up, so that's very good for us because we were running out of mana and I didn't really want to walk back into my jungle. really there's no point for me to walk back into my jungle at this point, because we're just keeping up so much pressure on them with the Tulen. We're just able to stay here indefinitely with our lifesteal as well. You know, it's not like other junglers where I have to go back and get HP from killing monsters. It's like an ADC almost, where I can just stay around and keep in the fight. So we can see the Sephora there. So again, the first skill and then leave with the second skill. I'm fighting the Zephyrs here. Guys, he had no chance. Look at that damage that I was putting out on him. He ulted me too. He didn't even miss, but just the lifesteal and the damage that we are outputting is too much for him. We're already at 30 stacks, so just doing some crazy damage right now. After we kill him, we're feeling super confident. We're just poking right now with our passive and first skill, and guys, it's just so much damage. It's disgusting how viable, how versatile the Tulan jungle is. Like, this is one of our first games on him, and it's so easy to play too, so I'm sure anyone could just pick this up right away. You can see that I jump in with my second skill, use my 3 arrows on the Baldwin, we're able to pick up the kill. Actually, I don't get my reset though, which kind of sucks. You can see that my we're just hopping around at this point, guys. It's so hard to commentate over all this. You can see I was spam clicking my immunity orb there. For some reason it wasn't going off at first, but we were still able to pick it off, which is so nice. We were able to actually survive that tower dive, which is so good. And as soon as that happens, we're like, okay, wow, we almost died there. We need to back up a bit. Let me go clear my jungle and get some of that HP that I was talking about. So yeah, here we go. But you can just see how easy it is to play. Like, I wasn't really sure what I was doing too much this entire game, but it was still working out, you know, just weaving with the first and second skill. Like, it's not too much of a hard hero, you know. It's not like Tulan mid where you have to be comboing your flicker first skill, you know, like flicker onto them, dash, and then use your 3 lightning bolts. There's no super crazy combos like that, so it's actually a pretty easy and viable jungler almost. Like, this felt pretty good of a game. We were just destroying them with our passive and first skill. They really had nothing to do with this damage. You can see that we're just using our second skill into them with no fear at this point of dying, because we know we have lifesteal, we know we have all that good stuff. You can see Sephora ults there to block the lightning bolt from hitting her. And again, we're just pushing onto their core. It's so funny. Like, they can't do anything to us. I can see the Richter here clearing the wave. But I can also see the Zephy's trying to move up, so I stay around there. I try to poke with the first skill, and then actually I can see the Richter here, so I kind of wanted to chase him. I used my ultimate on him, but guys, look at his HP bar. It was just gone, literally just gone. So we actually did end up wasting our ultimate there, but it's okay. The cooldown, like I said, is so short in the late game stages that it doesn't even matter if you get the reset or not, just as long as you are able to find the resets in a team fight. That's the most important thing. And also, guys, you can see that my Ray's Blessing pops there. To any supports watching, it's not a terrible idea to use your shield or any heals, pretty much. Like, use your shield while your jungler is taking the dragon, so Ray's Blessing doesn't get popped. Or any mage, really, but usually just for Zill and Tulan, I guess that would be applicable, maybe even for Darcy now. But yeah, that's just something to notice if you want to use your shield support item to be blocking and making sure that he's able to keep that Reyes. And you can see that the Richter was chasing my Wisp there, so I turned around and just tried to help her there. We were able to actually pick up a double kill onto the Sephora, and we're just going in right now with our second skill. We're literally not scared of anything. We're just keep going in with our second. We're not trying to block anything. We're not trying to, you know, dodge any skills. We're just diving in. You can see that I used my immunity orb there, so we were able to survive the core dive and actually pick up the Violet, which is so funny because the tower lock thing actually ended up locking onto me, so we would have died if we did not end right there. So very clean game. GG. It was so fun to play Tulan jungle, guys. I would actually kind of recommend this hero to anyone trying to learn like an easy jungler. You can see 35%, and I don't even have many games on this hero. Like, seriously, this is one of my first Tulan games, and we were just able to destroy it with him. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys are able to up your jungle game from this. Hope you guys are able to rank up and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.